Hi, I'm Holly and I'm head girl.
Hi, I'm Daisy and I'm deputy head girl.
Hi, I'm Fatima and I'm a deputy head girl.
Hi, I'm Shakti and I'm a deputy head girl.
Hi, I'm Kate, I'm a deputy head girl, and we also have Beth, who's a deputy head girl.
Hi, I'm Katie and I'm sports captain.
First and foremost, I think we want to lead by example in terms of leadership skills and teamwork, just for the rest of the school. And I also think we want to come across as kind of friendly faces and approachable figures for the younger year groups to know that if they have any questions or concerns that their voices will be heard. And I think in terms of what we want to achieve by the end of the year, we want to make sure that students' mental health is kind of continuously acknowledged and supported, and we also want for inter-year group relationships to be improved and for students to be able to give suggestions and us to effectively make that change.
I want to create, I suppose, an open environment that's optimistic and where people feel comfortable to find what they're good at and try everything. I guess school's supposed to be a period of trial and error without too much error, and so finding a safe environment for people to do that and talking across different year groups to see what they might like.
I think one of the biggest reasons that I wanted to join the SLT was I wanted to have an impact on the school and be able to make changes within the school that I wanted to see and make it a better place for everyone in there. And I've always been drawn to leadership roles throughout the school, and so this just felt like a natural step for me.
Yeah, I completely agree. The opportunity to be a good role model for the younger years and even our own year group. And also I wanted to improve my leadership skills, and communication skills are very important. And it's definitely a way of building confidence, which is pretty great.
I think that we have great diversity within subjects in our SLT team, and I think that makes us quite strong. So our subjects range from physics, further maths and art, and I think we have brains that work differently, and I think we can contribute different things to the team, and I think it makes us really successful. I think personally I've gained so many invaluable skills from this. So for example, I think communication and teamwork is very important. So within my sports captain team, we helped a sports day, and that was really a big challenge, and coming together and working as a team to make sure everything run smoothly. And also right now, public speaking, I think it has really helped develop my public speaking skills and putting myself out of my comfort zone. And I've also enjoyed working with everyone and making new friends with people who you might not have talked to before.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I think I've definitely seen myself grow a lot more in confidence, just from the start of this process. All of the events that you do, having to talk to parents and other students in the year group, you really do build that confidence. And I also think it's been a really rewarding process to work with some of the teams. So I work with the LGBTQ Society and the Cancer Society in our school, and just in terms of bringing greater awareness to that, and it's been a really rewarding process, because it's you get to see what people have been struggling with and then providing support for that along the way, which has been really fun.
And just to add on, so I think I've really enjoyed working with heads of years and also year groups, because as part of the wider school team, we've been working with Year 7 recently, and we have weekly drop-in sessions with them to basically just expand the relationship between the sixth form and the younger pupils. And we had an assembly about curiosity and basically expanding their knowledge of the world and their interests, and it was really enjoyable to see the reaction to that and to see the responses that we got, because they are really interested, and I think they do really engage, and so I think it's nice to see a physical product of what we've started to do. I think communication is really key for any team, and I think we've all developed that skill as we've gone through the school, because of how we interact with others. And so I think that's really key, because we do have different interests, and I think we all came into the team with maybe slightly different approaches and maybe even slightly different things of what we want to achieve. And so I think we work well in bringing those different ideas together and listening, and then finding and developing, I think, a goal to achieve what we want.
Yeah, and I think there's a good thing about the setup of the team, how we have sub-teams within it. So obviously there's a big workload, but it's spread out between all the groups. And then when we come together and we feedback on what we've done, it's really great to hear other people's input from outside your mini team is just a really good like community in it.
And I think it was like what Katie was saying earlier. We've got such a diversity of like different kind of people within our group. We've got so many different types of personalities, and like even with my own team, I can see things from other people's perspectives and see things that concern them that I wouldn't have thought of before. And I just think that kind of feedback we get from everybody has really like helped us create so much better change than if one person did it on their own. So.
Well, I think it's quite important to find a balance between your studies and this commitment. For example, in sixth form with private studies and frees, I definitely try to focus on doing like my schoolwork in them, so then I have the spare time in my lunches or after school to focus on things that we're doing within the team, which is a very important balance to have.
And I guess it's a really good experience of having a work-life balance where you balance your studies with your commitments and like practicing keeping on top of deadlines and all of the different work you have to do.
Oh, I think you've just got to go for it, even if you're feeling a bit apprehensive. I think the process was so valuable, and just the interview kind of skills that you gain from it. I think the teachers give feedback, don't they? So, I mean, that alone is really helpful for university preparation. I think just putting yourself out there, gaining that confidence is really good, and I mean, we've all really enjoyed it so far. I think it's, like we discussed earlier, that personal growth that's given us is something that I'd really recommend to kind of have a go at for anybody.
And there really is a diverse of, I think, personalities as well. So even if you're not maybe the loudest or incredibly confident, you will find a place and you will have a voice in the team, and I think that's really nice because it is fairly big, so you do have a chance to, I think, really have an influence on the school, even if you're not really used to that leadership role.
Yeah, and I think it's a great opportunity to, I guess, talk about what you care about and the change that you would have liked to see in the school, and I guess implement what you would have wanted to do in Year 7.
I think it's important to not underestimate yourself. I think kind of believing in yourself and your own capacity is kind of what helped me push myself to go for the SLT team, so I would definitely recommend doing that.
Yeah, there's also different aspects of the team that there's always something for someone that someone would enjoy. Like there's marketing, social team, wider school diversity. Like it's not just one thing, there's so many areas within the team, which is really great.
Yeah, and going back to what Holly was saying, you get, even if you don't make the team, there's so many transferable skills you gain for maybe in the future when you're applying for jobs and having to interview. So I think it's really good, a good experience.
It looks all right on our personal statements.